Hello, this is Carolyn Vaness Vines. I am a 55-year-old woman who is living in the Netherlands with her Dutch husband and our three beautiful kids ages 19, 15, and 11. Also living with us are our two cats, two rabbits, and a chicken. And of course, let me not forget the assortment of mice and birds that our cats gift us almost every single day. So just a little bit of background. I grew up in Indianapolis, Indiana, under very traumatic circumstances. My single mother was schizophrenic, and she suffered severe depression and anxiety due to the deaths of my brother and sister when they were 20 and 15, respectively. So throughout my entire adulthood, I carried around the burden of unacknowledged and unexpressed emotion. Of course, growing up, I repeatedly heard the message that my mother had bad nerves and couldn't take anything. So any problem that I had, I just pushed it away and learned how to deal with it on my own. But of course, that um, that all had to come up at some point, and it was when I started having children myself that I experienced postpartum depression, and I experienced a lot of memories that kept popping up from my own childhood as we were raising our first daughter. And at that point, I had just come to the conclusion that I really needed to look at this, that I couldn't keep running away from these memories. So I set out to write my life story, Black and Abroad, Traveling Beyond the Limitations of Identity. And I I thought that my experiences, or having survived my experiences, could help a lot of Black women who may have experienced something similar. And after self-publishing that book, I got a lot of emails, not only from Black women, but from women in Europe, Eastern Europe specifically, who were basically thanking me for voicing something that had been inside of themselves that they had not been able to express. So that encouraged me to go and qualify as a life coach. So I did a year training in London with the IPEC School of Coaching, and qualified as a life coach in 2015. And pretty much from the beginning, I wanted to find a way to combine my coaching model, which was core energy transformation, with my passion for writing and for reflecting, using writing for self-reflection as a way to deal with unprocessed emotion. And I found that coaching model, and this is what I am writing about in my book, Writing for Self-Reflection: How to Find Relief from Troubling Thoughts and Distressing Emotions. I believe that there are so many women out there who are struggling under the weight of a lot of past trauma and tragedy. And instead of going to those emotions, they try to run away from them. And my method actually, in a very safe way, encourages them to go to those particular emotions, to feel them, to acknowledge, validate them, to reflect on them, reframe them, so that they can release that negative energy. So very quickly, this is who I am and what the book is about. And thank you very much for this opportunity.